What common things in porn are a turn off for you? Yeah, there was that one dude, and I apologize if this has already been posted, but that one dude in the mid 2000s to early 2010s that would do all of those gonzo style porn shots. He wouldn't just shut the fuck up, probably because he was coked up. The girls in most of his videos were super hot too, but he'd say something stupid right when I was working into my groove and I'd have to switch to a different video. So annoying. Reposting my comment to another Redditor here, who had the same response as you. This is absolutely the number one turn off of porn. I've only been with one woman who did the porn type moans, and she also watched a ton of porn, and started at a young age. I think she believes that's how it's supposed to be. I had to ask her to stop. Every other woman I've been with has made noise, but a realistic amount, not that crap from porn. Anyone in the industry who's reading this, please put a stop to it. Number 2, is the fake looking women. Huge turn off for me. Get more normal looking women. Real women don't look like the plastic Barbie dolls you use, with the giant fake tits, fake lips, fake ass, fake nails, fake eyelashes, and 20 gallons of makeup. God, these massive tits that don't move at all. No shape, just two balloons. Some look like examples of failed operations. Edit, since this blew up, every woman and every man has the right to do whatever they want to with their bodies. Just because I don't like big fake boobs, doesn't mean they don't. I am just a strong supporter of the idea that women and men are naturally beautiful and shouldn't be under pressure by society, or in this specific case, the porn industry, for their looks. If they are more comfortable with surgeries, that's great as well. I hate when an actress stares at the camera, especially repeatedly throughout the whole video. You know how I can tell the sex isn't real / doesn't feel good? When you're able to focus on a camera the whole time without blinking. As a woman, it makes me instantly check out and pick something different. I also don't like when a video is called a gangbang but there are only 3 guys and a girl. Sure, it's technically not just a DP video anymore, but, are 3 naked guys really enough to be classified as a gang? I'm also not a fan of overly fake boobs that don't change their shape regardless of the position the woman is in. Let a little air / saline out of those puppies so they move naturally. Also, as a woman, it really bothers me to see forced girl on girl. You can tell when 2 women enjoy being with one another, and you can also tell when they are doing it for a paycheck. It's especially gross when girls do the let's kiss but it's them just open mouth moving their tongues around. Nobody kisses like that, except maybe dogs. I'm straight as an arrow, but yeah, you can definitely tell. I was watching Showgirls after seeing the Nostalgia Chick review, and what's so noticeable was seeing how 2 of the actresses would lean and kiss each other, with their eyes closed, but looking bored, closed off, and approaching the other girl's face like they're asked to eat cold manicotti but were too polite to say no. Like, if I wanted to see people pretend to like each other while exhibiting cold, bored and at most disgusted expressions, I'd go to my high school reunion. I'll never understand why male directors think that sort of thing is hot. I have got a whole bunch of porn gripes. Floppy erections. It makes me feel like the girl is totally hamming it up when she moans while the dude's limp noodle barely penetrates her with each thrust. Ridiculously big dicks. That's why I don't like most BBC porn. The dude's dick is so big that it looks uncomfortable when it tries to enter the girl. Plus the dude has to thrust slowly as to not hurt the girl. I much prefer medium-sized dicks in porn, that way the guy can thrust at full power without worry. When the dude rubs the girl's VJ like he is trying to start a fire. Lesbian sucking strap-ons. What's the purpose of that? It's just plastic. That greasy stuff they slather all over the girl. It looks gross. When the guy spits. That's very disgusting. When the guy continues to talk excessively. They know that we are only there to hear the girls, right? When the guy goes in full force from the beginning and thrusts like his ass is on fire. I much prefer when the guy starts slow and builds up speed. When the guy spreads open the girl's pussy like he is a gynecologist. I don't know about most other guys, but I personally don't like looking at a girl's open vagina for too long. It reminds me of a Yautja from Predator. Poorly fit strap-ons. Some woman will be fucking some other woman but the thing isn't strapped on tightly, so she moves her pelvis out but the thing doesn't move all the way out with her, so she's pumping but the thing isn't actually moving that much, but of course the other ding-dong is moaning like she's getting blasted. They say women need a professional fitting to get the right size bra. Well, I think there needs to be national advocacy for better fit strap-on dildos so we can get some real ass-pounding action here. Don't people want to get railed? Let's fix this, America. Spitting for lube. Just use lube. The fact that so many petite women need to do family/incest/stepdad porn. It used to be schoolgirl porn. I like petite women, but I don't like that nonsense. I really dislike having to watch that kind of roleplay. All the extreme anal stuff. It has become expected at some point in a woman's porn career. Just know. Look, if it's your thing fine, it's not mine. But it doesn't have to be in every damn scene. Boo-cuck/come on face. I have never had a GF want that or ask for it. The idea that interracial is still edgy. The fact it is advertised so much when that is the scene is racist as fuck. How about we just show two people having a good time fucking? Ass to mouth, especially when accompanied by gag-inducing commentary such as "suck the shit off my dick, baby." Spitting on the face or in the mouth. WTF is that? Who gets off looking at that? Repeatedly stopping during intense thrusting to show off the gaping holes. Yes, I get it, you're trying not to come. Please stop doing anal porn then. I clicked on this link to actually be able to rub one out. I could get there in less than a damn minute if you just fuck for that long without stopping to show off the anal fistula that you definitely will not create. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hideous ugly bloke, after forcing gagging deep throat on a clearly traumatized underpaid uni student, making her lick his sweaty 45-year-old hairy ass crack. Looking at you, fat bloke from asylum. Step anything, although thanks to the mute button, I live in blissful ignorance. Good girl. Sounds like he's talking to his 3-year-old who's used the toilet independently for the first time. Pinching off the nose when doing deep throat. Kman, FFS. Men who are completely silent. I'm a guy and I'm very vocal in bed. When I see men in porn who are entirely mute, it freaks me out. It feels unnatural. It makes it seem like they're not enjoying themselves at all. What they're supposed to do is sell me the idea that having sex with this gorgeous woman feels incredible. Yet their silence makes it look like they're bored, which makes me bored as well. I mean, even silent orgasms. How? Whenever I have to remain quiet when I come, it always ruins it for me. Hiring an incredibly beautiful woman who's exactly my type to be in the video, but then proceed with only filming close-ups of genitals. What's the point in that? You can show that there's actual fucking going on with a full body shot. Why waste a beautiful girl like this? Related, when I see an actress with very small tits, my type, and I get excited for the video, but they only show doggy or reverse cowgirl from the man's POV. Like they're trying to cover up for her best assets. Miscasting. Whenever they're setting up a bit of a backstory, I'm all here for it, if it's done right. It adds to the build-up of tension and makes the eventual release all the sweeter. But so often, they cast the roles all wrong. If the scenario is supposed to be teacher seducing innocent schoolgirl, the teacher can't be a meathead with a goatee on steroids, and the innocent schoolgirl can't be a woman pushing 30 who's splattered with tattoos and piercings who takes cock up her ass as if it's nothing. The whole step-family thing. But not because I think it's gross, like most of you. I just think it's lame. It's a cop-out. If you're going to do incest porn, do incest porn. Make it about a father being seduced by his own daughter. Make it about brother and sister exploring their sexuality together. Stepfamily doesn't feel as taboo, to me. If there's no blood relation, what's the risk, really? I just want them to up the ante, like the Family Therapy series. Cream pies that aren't cream pies. So many videos advertise themselves with this word in the title, but then at the end it turns out there's not really a cream pie. What it is a guy pulling almost all the way out, barely keeping the head inside and comes half in the pussy, or sometimes even jerks off into her pussy. That's not a cream pie. A cream pie is balls deep and keep thrusting until every last drop is in there. The over-the-top shrieking and monotonous expressions of some of the female porn stars. There are other ways to feign arousal and pleasure than yelling like a banshee or repeating "yeah yeah, oh my god" over and over again. In fact, that doesn't signal arousal at all, it's too fake. And watching porn without sound isn't an option for me. The sounds are an essential part of it. Muted porn does nothing for me. But there are plenty of actresses who show you can do natural acting, like Lily Rader. So why don't they all do that? Some of the male porn stars, especially in older pornos, like pre-2014, were clearly on drugs, if I had to guess on crack, meth, and speed. It showed. They were ridiculously skinny, tight skin, their teeth weren't right, etc. And this was somewhat pretty common. I pretty much only watch the higher quality pro stuff, Vixen, Tushy, Blacked, Pure Taboo and Deeper, now because the other stuff there's just too many weird looking guys. So yeah, addicted porn stars is my answer. I know some of the girls do drugs too, but it just hits the men like a ton of bricks and shows more. Oh, and I like watching police related stuff, police women, but porn uses goofy uniforms and that does nothing for me. If you want your stars doing roleplay as a cop / nurse / guard / etc., use more accurate uniforms. When women moan super loud in porn. I'm not sure if it's a rare fetish or not, but it's the sounds of her wet pussy being fucked that I'm into, not her moans. People tell me that's like going on a roller coaster without people screaming. But I didn't know people go on roller coasters just to hear others scream. I often have to search through porn for hours just to find a video where she either moans quietly or just not at all. Thank God some women like that exist. I also hate it when he starts slapping her ass or fucking her so fast it looks like he's having a seizure. Just seems obnoxious. But apparently people like it, I guess. Any form of incest porn actually scares me because I feel like it's societal conditioning. I'm really disturbed that it's mainstream now. I think Game of Thrones made the fetish once again interesting to the porn industry. It ended up being an inexpensive fetish to shoot, and, I'm guessing, some of the porn producers already had this fetish, so they intentionally misinterpreted the algorithms to their advantage so they would have a chance to shoot this fetish more often. I've read from folks on Reddit who say that this type of porn just has the hottest actresses and best angles, so they click on it and ignore the theme, but the problem here is twofold. 1. Pre-teens and teens are literally learning how to have sex from porn, so continuing to watch these themes while ignoring what they're promoting is normalizing incest, whether you agree with it, or mean to do so or not. And, 2. Unfortunately, most folks don't recognize that our erotic brains can be manipulated quite easily. So, if you're already turned on and / or masturbating, and a specific concept or kink or fetish or what have you is shown to you during that time, it can turn into something that turns you on in the future. So, a lot of folks think they're ignoring the theme, but they are, in actuality, actively encouraging incest in our society / maybe creating an incest kink for themselves accidentally. I'm a white guy who dated a black woman for a while. As a result, I started looking for porn that reflected that relationship. The type of porn that I likes: two attractive people who are into each other making each other feel good. But like 90% off porn with white men and black women is demeaning, abusive shit where it is not very clear that everyone involved is happy to be there. I know that stuff exists with other porn too, but it's really disturbing how prevalent it is in this category. I hate having to go through video after video of gross, demeaning porn just to find one where everyone seems happy to be there. Quacking, whether self-inflicted or forced, quacking is the noise that is made when girls repeatedly ram a cock into the back of their throat. It literally sounds like quack quack, and they all do it because the dudes in the biz love it. Nose pinching to choke off air during F2M oral/deep throat. Doggy with his foot on the back/side of her face, AR. Dominance. Choking, slapping, spitting in faces. Dudes trying to kiss the girls, which they almost universally despise. If you actually watch, most girls who will allow almost anything done to their orifices for $, will turn their head away if the stunt cock tries to kiss her. A lot of the dudes do it on purpose as a alpha/dom/control thing, and if it's a small shop where the dude performing is also cameraman, director, and the guy signing her paycheck, there is little to stop him from trying to intimidate the girl. Overly porny faces and vocals. There is one girl that literally goes cross-eyed when the dick goes in, but almost every girl seems to be watching the same training videos with the ya 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 and the overly dramatic face they make looking up at the stunt cock as if to emote the OMG your cock is so huge, it's tearing me apart. Meanwhile, the dude is very average in the package, and you saw her doing a DP with dread in her ass yesterday, so this guy is throwing a hot dog down the hallway. The whole kook thing. Nothing worse than seeing a new scene from my fave performer and they stuck a guy's face 3 inches to the right of the action. Oh, you know. Never finding that perfect video, clicking from one to next, having multiple tabs open, escalating into some extreme stuff I'm not proud of, because vanilla porn does nothing for me at a certain point, feeling like shit and wondering what I just did afterwards, porn occupying a large chunk of time and life, finding hanging out with friends and family increasingly boring and irritable, horrible angry inner monologue with everything and everyone around, avoiding and dodging and making excuses. Not to go out and doing any activity, quickly giving up and abandoning anything to improve myself, finding nothing else exciting but porn, oh, and finding girls in real life dull and boring compared to the perfect girls on porn, rating them, thinking extremely terrible thoughts whenever I see a good-looking girl, thinking of everything in terms of sex, even when I see a guy, like, yeah dude, you aren't this and you are that, extreme irritability, decreased self-impulse control. Overthinking every word and action, being overly conscious about people around me, anxiety, fear of judgment, constant paranoia like I'm doing something wrong and anyone can find out, reclusiveness due to that, emotional numbness, nothing feels like it would make me happy, decreased hygiene and self-care, a laundry list of mental disorders that doctors can't to the root of and just prescribe me medicines for the symptoms, not the cause. I know exactly what's the cause, and ultimately, even when I do end up with a woman, I can't get it up, because I trained it all my life to get up only to porn. Thanks porn. You successfully turned me off. What are you doing, stepbrother? Just stop. Spitting. Slapping. Glory hole. Maybe it could be kinda hot, but douchebag MC loser never shuts the fuck up and they turn it into a fucking medical inspection of her mouth full of cum. Just show me a horny chick fucking and sucking dick. How is that so hard to do? The jackhammer 2 fingers in pussy foreplay as if that turns her on. The pre-sex inspection guys do of the girl's ass and pussy by spreading it and mouth breathing like a fucking chode. Heavy Spanish accent, tongue inside. Before he finishes. Squirting all over the camera. That's just piss. No one squirts a quart of liquid. If you do, I think you need a medical evaluation. At a minimum, call Guinness Book of World Records because that's astonishing. Shoving their dick sideways into her inner cheek while she's giving head. WTF is that? Ass to pussy. Dude, you wanna give her a deadly UTI? Showing the dude's nasty sweaty face. Is that a joke or something? Fake baby voice. Either they are fucking in a helium chamber or she's got signs of emotional and sexual abuse. Gaping an asshole after anal for the camera to see. Usually accompanied by super heavy breathing that sounds raspy and wet. Porn dudes are on coke or something. Just, no. Jesus Christ.